Welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly focus for May the 7th through to the 13th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's turn to the cards and see what they will reveal to us about the energy that surrounds us and how we can use it in a positive light to go forward. And we have the Page of Cups. So your spirituality is definitely enhanced this week, okay? So meditation, prayer, affirmations, journal, gratitude journals, ground yourself in nature. We're looking for the experience. We are tapping into our creativity, our happiness, our joy. And we see that wave behind us. Well, we don't see that wave behind us because we're not looking at it. And that is the key here, is to not look at what is pulling you down or what could potentially pull you down. The negativity, the wave of negativity that can come into your life and really knock your feet from under you. So it's looking at the positive in our life this week. Absolutely. Not adhering to the negative, not giving the negativity the focus that it is demanding. Okay, because that wave looks, so it's going to topple over us. And if we turn, we'll throw our attention to it and it will topple us over, right? We'll be the, oh my goodness, right? So be careful of where you're putting your focus. Keep it on the positive. Keep it on the spiritual side. Keep it through, meditation, prayer. It's almost like an unplugged kind of week here for you. Nine of Swords, need I say more? Boy, we can really beat ourselves up, can't we? We can think of all the things that we could have done or should have done or might have done that would have really changed things or would have caused less confusion or worry or chaos or concern or sorrow or tears. We fear the unknown. We imagine all kinds of scenarios, all of them negative. We have restless nights, sleepless nights and really your mind is constantly turning over ideas and thoughts and memories. It's when we finally go to bed at night and we put our head down on the pillow and all of a sudden we quiet for a second that we start to really tap into here those worries, those concerns, those anxieties that are floating around, those past experiences, those maybe future experiences. And we find ourselves, even though that we were so tired, all of a sudden we are engaged in all kinds of thoughts. So take time out to reflect, take time out to pray, take time out to meditate, to pay attention to your subconscious thoughts a little bit more. And when you are alert, when you are well rested and you're meditating or just reflecting, you can see with a clarity and we can be positive in our approaches and what we are thinking about and where our thoughts go. Seven of Cups, oh my goodness. There's so much to think about. We all live busy lives, don't we? And so our responsibilities, our obligations, time for us, it all kind of gets scrambled. And we don't know where to put our focus. We don't know where to put our attention. Put the attention on you this week. Bring it inward. We are in a full week of full moon energy. So it is a time to look at where we need endings in our life. What cups need to be thrown away there? What no longer serves us? Where we need to allow healing into our life so new cups with new energy and new opportunities appear in our life. Where do we need closure? Where do we need completion? We do not want to be going into next week with the energy completely changes for us in so many ways, right? We have the new moon. We have the sun. We'll go into Gemini. We'll have Aquarius Mars entering Aquarius. We'll have Mercury moving. We'll have Uranus moving. Uranus giving us a sneak peek of what our next 8 years will look like under the Uranian energy. So the Nine of Swords, and then followed by this card, I think a lot of the things that we are dealing with this week, or should be dealing with this week, is our internal thoughts of what we want to do, where we want to go. Maybe it's in our creativity. Maybe it's bringing more enjoyment into our life. Maybe it is pulling yourself away or comparing yourself to groups of people. Or maybe it's becoming more involved in groups of people. Where do you want the abundance? Be very careful of the energy this week of comparing yourself to the Joneses, so to speak, okay? I've got to have it because they have it. What do you truly want? Will it make you happy? Will it really bring in joy and a sense of abundance into your life, a sense of well-being into your life, if you actually obtain what they have? Or are you comparing yourself in some way and feeling lesser about who you are, or how great everybody else has it? Be careful of those kinds of thoughts this week, because it's truly a figment of your imagination. Okay, our overriding energy is karma. Where you have given, where have you given? Whether it's work and career, whether it is in the community, towards the family, towards a friend, towards a complete stranger, where you have given. And maybe you didn't get recognized for it, or you thought the recognition should have been much more grander than you received. Or maybe it went seemingly unnoticed. This is when rewards can come back into your life. This is when the goodness that you gave out comes back tenfold. And if you think that you've been being a little selfish with your time or your energy or your resources, then this is a time to start giving, so that when this energy comes around again, you receive the abundance, you receive the well-being, you receive the joys. Underlying energy is the Ten of Wands. Busy, 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 lots of obligations, lots of responsibilities once again. And you know what? You got it all balanced there. You are moving towards the castle, moving towards abundance, your dreams. There are some rocks in the way. It's not a clear path that you have to walk, and how easily all those things can come tumbling down over the smallest trip over one of those rocks. And you've got a full plate. So once again, it is a time to release. It is a time for healing. It is a time for closure. It is a time for completion. As that new moon comes next week, we don't want to be dragging along any dead weight. Okay, if we look at those wands that we're carrying, some of them have this beautiful new life, new birth, but some of them are dead weight. Some things just weigh us down. Somehow we got delegated a responsibility or an obligation that should be somebody else's all along. And it's time to give those things back. So what are those things? What are those things in your life that you are carrying around with you that actually weighs you down, that represses your vitality, your energy, your positive way of looking at things? Work and career, Aries got 2 cards, and they also got 2 cards for love and relationships. So we're just going to keep it going. You get 2 cards for those this week. Our first card, look at this, the Two of Cups and the King of Cups. Two of Cups and the King of Cups appear. Now, the Two of Cups talks about new beginnings, new starts, new relationships, new opportunities, new adventures, new ways of going forward. So all those things can be actually happening in your life this week, or you see the opportunity for, or you get the thought of how you want to grow in that area. Now, this could be work and career. It could be your finances. It could be how you define yourself. If I were to meet you for the first time, how would you tell me about yourself? Would it be work and career? Or would it be more about what you do in the community? Or your spirituality or your family? So, what defines you as a person? Maybe it's how you find joy in life. Maybe you're a world traveler. Maybe you go on all these fantastic cycling routes and see the world through that set of eyes, and you'd like to share it with people of the vision of who you are, what you stand for. So all kinds of new experiences could be being exposed to you this week. But we have the King of Cups here, and that's the stereotypical dad in the deck. And dad, yeah, he got you to a certain point and made sure that you had enough food to eat and there was a roof over your head. But now it's time for you to move forward in life. And he's saying to you, what's the plan? Do you have a plan? Do you have things worked out? Do you have enough of what you need in order to go forward, in order to follow that path? What is still needed? Where can I help you? Where can I still offer support? So don't be jumping into, especially in full moon energy, we don't want you to be starting anything new, but we will see the opportunities. And this is a time to sit there and plan and say, okay, do I have everything I need in order to actually step into that direction? Or do I need to do something different? Do I need to change something up? Do I need to put a completion on something to open up the way for new energy to come in? Could be love relationships starting in the job arena as well. Love and relationships, we have, look at that, the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. Put it that way. I will do it that. See, I see it backwards. So the Ten of Pentacles is our first card. So this is the Yes card. Where do you want the abundance when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love? And it could be a lover, it could be a soulmate, but we could be talking about a parent or a child or a sibling, a best friend, somebody in the workplace that's close to us, your tribe, your clan, your family. What is the Yes card for you? Where do you see perfect harmony and balance in your life when it comes to relationships? Because we have the Ace here too. Okay, and whenever we get aces in a reading, it's talking about a path that we can step into, one that is about to present itself in our lives. So really, it's kind of like in terms of relationships and best friends and soulmates, and imagine it, believe it, affirm it, and then expect that relationship to arrive in your life. Maybe it's taking an old relationship and making it into something wild and beautiful and romantic and passionate and sensual, and there's perfect support and perfect respect within the relationship all of a sudden. That we can transform that relationship, that maybe it's an old friend and we reunite and we get that spark alive again. This could be starting a whole new creation of what your relationships look like going forward. So where do you want new relationships? Where do you want a true abundance to be within the relationships? And yes, when we have that much new energy being presented to us, we need to move away from certain relationships. Maybe it's one-on-ones, putting a little bit of time and space in between each other, or it could be groups of people even. And both being pentacles, I almost think that you are looking at almost a monetary value or a material value. You're kind of looking at yourself and what that means to you as a person, but also it could be something to do with your stature, a new level of stature within the community. If something like that were to happen, because of where I laid it, follow your intuition very well on that, your higher wisdom. Look for new opportunities for creativity, for enjoyment, for yeah, your happiness, your pleasure, because it's I kind of laid those cards over the Page of Cups unintentionally, so we're going to take that into consideration. Your intuition will guide you very well. Don't let ego take over, okay? Don't think I'm better than them because, okay? It's a very easy thing to do. It makes us, again, gives us an inflated ego rather than the true self-worth that we need to give to ourselves, which is what we automatically own, right? We naturally own. The ego comes in and says, oh, we're better because. So it's not, be careful that you're not letting ego rule that the Ten of Pentacles experience for you, okay? Because the Ten of Pentacles is your yes card of how you want that to grow, to manifest. So don't let your ego make the rules on those relationships, okay? Be very careful about that. You got to measure up to somebody, or they've got to measure up to you. You know, a true love in relationships we don't have that yardstick, right? We love them for who they are, for their beauty, their love. Spirituality, Ace of Wands. You're going to be entering this stronger a stronger sense of who you are within spiritually. This is a time where you might want to look at taking a course or joining a group that is aligned with your spiritual practices. Maybe it's a meditation group, maybe it's a yoga group, maybe it's learning the tarot or astrology or reading palms, or maybe it's joining a faith and getting among people that pray to the same God. We all pray to the same God. We just have different names. Different morals, different values that align with yours. Because it looks like you are entering a period of great strength. You could actually be a leader with your convictions and whatnot. So you could be putting together a group that meets at your house. And maybe you'll pass the stick after a while, but I think, you know, you organize it or you run it or you know, and bring that spirituality into a connected, maybe that is the true value that we are looking for within relationships. A sharing of your spirituality. We can also see through meditation, through prayer, through reflection, through journaling, through gratitude journaling, how far we've come, how strong we've gotten, and really seeing our strengths and our abilities highlighted at this time and how we can use them to go forward. For health and well-being, we have the World card. You've kind of come full circle. It's time to set some new definitions of your health and well-being. You're raising the bar on yourself, but you're moving into a new season. So if you have been like really pushing yourself when it comes to exercise, you might actually find that you lessen that. Or you are raising the bar a lot more, that you are in your full growth period. Maybe it's backing off from that to allow other things to develop in your life. Maybe that working out all the time now gives you the chance to go on just leisurely long hikes or portaging or mountain climbing instead of going to the gym every day. Maybe it's gotten you to that state. Maybe you want to work up to that state, so you are raising the bar on yourself. Maybe you are tired of eating junk food or going through the drive-through so much, and you're going to start buying organically and eating a healthier lifestyle. We take the wisdom of what we've come through and apply it to our lives going forward to make us stronger. And we're kind of, this is one of those things that you're going to probably be weighing out in your mind of what you really want to step into, where you want to put your energy, where you want to put your focus when it comes to your health and well-being, your routine. Once again, your enjoyment needs to be included here. Your happiness, because when we're happier, the stress levels automatically go down. Where we need to release some stress in our life. What brings in the most stress or zaps our vitality. And what kind of changes or closure or ending do we need in our life in order to bring in the new experiences? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.